Hello students. Today let us start unit number 5. The name of unit 5 is electromagnetic waves or EM waves. First of all, we will understand the definition with the help of the diagram. Then we have to understand Maxwell equations, and then last part will be the spectrum. That means different parts of EM waves. As an introduction, we can understand that from sun to earth, the waves which are coming, that waves are electromagnetic waves. Okay, from sun to earth, the waves which are reaching, that waves are electromagnetic waves. We already know about the two parts which we are getting from sun. So what are that two parts? We are getting the light also, we are getting the heat also. So light and heat are the two parts of EM waves, and other than heat and light, there are some more parts of this EM wave. That all parts are how many? 7 parts are there. This way they are reaching. 7 parts are reaching earth. So what are the names of these 7 parts, or what are the different parts of EM waves that we call spectrum? Okay. So before reaching to this part, before moving to this discussion, let us first understand the definition. Electromagnetic. The meaning is clear that electric and magnetic field are comprising the electromagnetic wave, are making the electromagnetic wave. So the wave which is formed by two fields, electric and magnetic field. And how they should be? So they should be perpendicular to each other and perpendicular to direction of propagation also. That wave is called the electromagnetic wave. And also these fields are oscillating field or sinusoidal fields. Sinusoidal. Okay. Sinusoidal means the variation is sine variation with respect to time. So here is the definition. Let us conclude all that points in the definition. The wave which is formed by time varying electric and magnetic fields which are perpendicular to each other and perpendicular to direction of propagation. Okay. So the relation in form of the angle is this, that first of all we have to select a DOP. DOP means in which direction the wave will propagate. Wave always propagates from one end to second end. So the wave is propagating, suppose, in Z direction. Okay, so this is a three-dimensional picture. Z direction, suppose we have selected the direction of propagation. Okay, so Z is assigned as DOP. So we have to assign it like this. If Z is assigned as DOP, now electric and magnetic fields both should be perpendicular to DOP. Okay, electric and magnetic fields both should be perpendicular to DOP. That means electric and magnetic field cannot be along Z direction. Okay, their vibration should be perpendicular to Z direction. So let us select for Y direction. For electric field vibrations, we have selected Y direction. In the same manner, what should be the direction assigned for B? So as we know, B is perpendicular to E also, and B is perpendicular to DOP also. So the remaining third direction is assigned for B. So this way, whatever Z, whatever DOP is given, okay, perpendicular to that, two directions are assigned for electric field and magnetic field B. Now you can see in this diagram, Z is DOP. This black wave is showing the electric field wave which is varying sinusoidally, that means sine wave is formed, and its vibrations, that means electric fields vibrations, are along Y direction. So here we have to write EY. Okay, EY, and in the same manner Z is selected for DOP, Y direction is selected for electric field. So third remaining direction is X direction, that is selected for magnetic field. So magnetic field should vary in the X direction. So you can see this blue color line, this blue color wave, that is actually this is 3D picture. So its vibration is like this going on. Okay, perpendicular to the board. So here we have to write Bx. Now what should be the equations? So remember, the formation of the equation is that time variation also should be shown in sin theta, and in what direction it is proceeding, in z direction, that is also to be written in the bracket. So remember these two equations which are allowed for electric and magnetic field. So in question, DOP will already be given to you. So DOP is suppose Z. It is given in the question. Then in the electric field, E0 means amplitude, sine kz minus omega t is to be written, and here only one change will come, Bx will come. Okay, Bx. B0 will be the amplitude of magnetic field, sine kz minus omega t, same format we have to write in the magnetic field also. Okay, what is the meaning of K? K meaning is 2 pi by lambda. We can call it wave number. Okay, and omega meaning, omega you already know, 2 pi f. 2 pi f means angular frequency. Okay, this way it is. Now suppose, let us do a practice. Suppose any EM wave is propagating in x direction. Propagating in x direction means DOP is x. So what will happen in our electric field and magnetic field? Now we cannot select x direction. So suppose electric field we are taking in EY, magnetic field now will be taken in BZ direction. What should be the equation? So E0 sine kx minus omega t, and here B0 sine kx minus omega t. So whatever DOP is given in the question, that you have to write in the bracket of sin theta. Okay, in place of this DOP, x should be mentioned. तो जब तक z DOP लिखा हुआ था हमने z लिखा, जैसे ही x लिखा हुआ है DOP तो हमने ब्रैकेट में x लिखा. अब अगर x सेलेक्ट हो गया है DOP तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड को y डायरेक्शन दे देते हैं और मैग्नेटिक फील्ड को z डायरेक्शन दे देते हैं. ओके, so this way we have to make the equations of electric and magnetic field. Now note down this detail. We are proceeding further. Mention here that this was EY and this is BX for this case. Note down. Students, you have to list down some properties of EM waves. Okay, so these are the notes. Keep on writing. And let us understand some properties here. Then we have some more properties. First property about EM wave, as you know that it is longitudinal or transverse in nature. So this is transverse in nature because the vibrations are perpendicular to DOP. Vibrations of E and B are perpendicular to DOP, direction of propagation. That's why transverse. Secondly, does it require medium? So no. Electromagnetic waves do not require medium to propagate. Okay, or you can say that it is non-materialistic wave. Then what is the source of EM wave? So this is very important question. The source of EM wave, you have to remember, source of EM wave is accelerated or oscillating charge. Accelerated or oscillating charge. Now how we'll understand it? See, you already know that charge at rest, okay, it produces electric field. We have studied if a single charge is present, electric field due to that is kq by r square. In the same manner, if charge is in motion, that means charge in motion means current. Current produces magnetic field also. So because it is charge, it will produce electric field, and because it is charge in motion also, that means current is also present. So magnetic field will also be produced. So charge in motion produces both E and B. In the same manner, if charge is oscillating, then the produced fields will also be oscillating. So electric and magnetic field which are produced, that will also be oscillating. So that's why what is the source of EM wave? So you have to remember the source of EM wave is an oscillating charge. or accelerated charge also we can call it. Now, fourth property, what should be the frequency of EM wave? So, see, EM wave is produced by oscillating charge. So, whatever is the frequency of oscillating charge, that same is the frequency of EM wave also. I'll give you the example. We have studied LC parallel circuit or LC oscillating circuit in unit number 4. There we have proved that LC oscillating circuit actually produces an oscillating charge. What was the equation? Q equal to Q0 cos omega t. This was the equation. Okay, so you can see the charge was oscillating with the frequency omega. So if between LC circuit means C and L. C was initially charged. So if we make a LC circuit, we know that in this LC circuit one charge is flowing and that charge is oscillating charge, and that charge is oscillating with the frequency omega. So we know now in this point oscillating charge can produce EM wave. So whatever is the frequency of the oscillating charge, same will be the frequency of EM wave. So this is that point. Now one question comes that from where the EM waves get energy. Okay, this is asked in board exam. From where the EM waves get energy? So it is very simple. Energy is converted from one form to another. Okay, so we know that EM waves are generated from oscillating charge. So obviously oscillating charge has got energy from any source. Okay, and that oscillating charge is carrying that energy, and that only is transferred to EM waves. So it is this way. Suppose we take this example, LC circuit. Okay, in LC circuit, what was the factor due to which this circuit started and charge started flowing? So what was that factor? So factor is that we have already charged the capacitor from any source. So from that source which is charging the capacitor, that source is actually imparting some energy into it in form of charge. So whatever external source has charged the capacitor, that is only giving energy to the oscillating charge, and this oscillating charge is giving its energy to EM waves. So this way, if it is asked, so about energy we will write, energy associated with the wave comes from that external source which oscillates the charge. Okay, so what is the source of energy of EM wave? External source. This is the answer. Okay, now after these properties we have some more properties. So note down these properties and let us move further. Property number 6 is very important. It is about the speed of all EM waves. Okay, so speed of EM wave, that is equal to C, and C means speed of light also. Actually light is also EM wave, only part of EM wave. So all the EM waves, we will study here the spectrum of EM wave. All the EM waves have same speed, that is 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second. But we need to know from where this value has come. So actually the formula of the speed of EM wave in vacuum and in medium we have to understand. In vacuum, the speed of light formula C is equal to 1 upon root of mu 0 epsilon 0, because electric and magnetic field are involved. So their properties, permittivity and permeability, these two are to be substituted here. So we already know that these are constants, their values are fixed. Mu 0 is 4 pi into 10 raised to power minus 7, epsilon 0 is 8.85 into 10 raised to power minus 12. If we substitute these values here, so C answer will be this only. So ये तो हुआ velocity of EM wave in vacuum. Suppose speed of EM wave in medium is asked. So we don't write it C, now we write it V. अब क्या करना पड़ेगा, because medium है other than air or vacuum. So we need to put here mu and epsilon, and after that how to solve it further. So as we already do, mu को लिखेंगे mu 0 mu r और epsilon को लिखेंगे epsilon 0 epsilon r. From this 1 upon root of mu 0 epsilon 0 is separated. That will become C. और upon में क्या बचेगा? mu r epsilon r. You can see. I'll underline. mu 0 epsilon 0 and 1. ये सब हटा दो. This is C. Separate C. What is left now? Root of mu r epsilon r. So remember the formula of speed of light, speed of EM wave in medium. I can call it speed of light also. I can call it speed of EM wave also. Okay, because light is part of EM wave only. Out of 7 parts, 1 component is light also. So it is same, the same formulas are working for light also, EM wave also. Okay, let us proceed to next property. You need to remember that energy density of EM waves. So energy density of electric field is this. This we have done in unit number 1, half of epsilon 0 E square. And magnetic field density is half of B square upon mu 0. So what should be the total energy density of EM wave? So we need to add electric field energy density and magnetic field energy density. This will be the energy density of EM wave. Okay, now other related to energy density concept, one question is asked, that is, prove that the average energy density of electric field and that of magnetic field are same. Okay, so we have to prove that this energy density, that is of electric field, and this energy density of magnetic field, that are actually same. So you can say that this question can also be asked that the total energy of EM wave is shared equally. So we are going to do the proof in the next sheet. So let us write the second pattern also, which can be asked. So total energy of EM wave is shared equally by electric and magnetic field. Let us do the proof of these two questions in the next sheet. Note down till here. Let us understand the proof. Energy density of electric field, we will start with this. So half of epsilon 0 E square. Finally, we have to prove equal to, we have to prove it equal to half of B square upon 2 mu, B square upon 2 mu 0. This we have to prove it. That means both energy densities we have to prove equal. Electric energy density and magnetic energy density. So what are the missing steps? So what we need here, we need a formula, and that formula, that what is the relation between E and B magnitude. Electric and magnetic field magnitude ratio, it is equal to C. Okay, this we are going to list down as a next property. So just now let us use this formula. E upon B equal to C. So suppose from electric field we have started. We have to move to finally bring it in form of magnetic field. तो हमें E को रिप्लेस करना पड़ेगा. E को रिप्लेस करना है B की टर्म में. तो यहाँ से होगा CB. So let us replace now. So using this formula, half of epsilon 0. E की जगह लिखा हमने CB. उसके बाद म्यू भी चाहिए. तो half of epsilon 0 आ गया. C square. Now you already know. C formula is 1 upon root of mu 0 epsilon 0. So second formula will be used this. हमें यहाँ C square चाहिए. तो C square कितना हो जाएगा? 1 upon mu 0 epsilon 0 and B square. So what I have done, you must have understood. Half of epsilon 0, C की जगह रखा 1 upon mu 0 epsilon 0. B का square. This way you can see epsilon 0 is getting cancelled and we are left with this answer. B square upon 2 mu 0. So here we have proved that energy density of electric field is equal to energy density of magnetic field. Okay, and also this way the question can be asked that prove that the total energy is shared equally. So suppose this I call X. Energy density of electric field, if I call X. Magnetic field density is also X. So that means the total energy density, which was half of epsilon 0 E square plus B square, half of B square upon mu 0. So you can see both are equally sharing the energy. So this way it is proved. Okay. So the question can be asked in any format. So you need to know the proof. Proof is very simple. Let us now move to the some more properties of EM waves. Now see these properties. Momentum of EM wave. Suppose in any numerical the momentum of EM wave is asked. So now momentum formula P equal to mv will not be used for EM waves. Okay. P equal to U by C is the formula of momentum of EM wave. Okay. With the help of energy you can calculate the momentum. Okay. Secondly, the second property, the ratio of amplitude of electric field to amplitude of magnetic field, this ratio is always equal to speed of light, speed of EM wave in vacuum. Okay, so remember this formula, it is very important from numerical point of view also. E0 upon B0 ratio is equal to C. Now we'll solve a numerical based on these properties. Okay. Let us see this question. Question number 1. The electric field expression for EM wave of an EM wave is given 3.1 Newton upon Coulomb sin theta means sin 1.8 y plus 5.4 into 10 raised to power 6 t. These are just the units given. I cap. Okay, so you can see this expression is, we can match it with our general expression E equal to E0 sin bracket. Now in the bracket k y is given now in place of kz. So y is our DOP. Whatever is given in the bracket of the sign along with k, that is our DOP, direction of propagation. Now here plus sign can also be there or minus sign can also be there, and other than that omega t term is denoted. Okay. Now comparing these equations, we have got k answer also, omega answer also. Okay, let us proceed to the question. What all things are asked? What is the direction of propagation? So you can see y is the direction of propagation. Then second term is asked wavelength lambda. Wavelength lambda. So as I have told you, k is related to lambda by this formula. K equal to 2 pi by lambda. So lambda formula is 2 pi by k. So 2 pi upon k. K value is the one which is written along with x, y or z. Okay, here y is written. So this is k 1.8. This value is k. So 2 pi upon 1.8. If we solve it, we are getting the answer 3.5 approximately. 3.5 meter. Lambda has been solved. So this is the second part. Now third part, frequency. Frequency we can write f also or mu also. How to solve it? So with the help of omega we can solve it. Omega is that term which is written with t. So with t it is written this term. This is our omega. Okay, 5.4 into 10 raised to power 6 is omega. So 2 pi f equal to omega. So f equal to omega upon 2 pi. Okay, so frequency formula is omega upon 2 pi. Put omega value 5.4 into 10 raised to power 6 upon 2 pi we need to do. This will give us the answer of frequency around 86 into 10 raised to power 6 hertz. Okay, now last expression. We need to solve the expression of B. So as we already know, B expression needs the direction also. साइन के बाद वाला तो एज इट इज लिखना है जो ई के एक्सप्रेशन में. तो साइन के बाद आएगा 1.8 y प्लस 5.4 इंटू 10 raised to power 6 t. ओके, नाउ जस्ट सी DOP इज y. DOP वो होता है जो ब्रैकेट में लिखा होता है. DOP हुआ y. E किस डायरेक्शन में है? तो E लिखा हुआ है I कैप. तो E के लिए डायरेक्शन है x डायरेक्शन. Either it will be written like this EX or directly I cap will be written. So E के लिए है x direction, तो B के लिए बची Z direction. इसलिए यहाँ आ जाएगा BZ. ओके, BZ. अब यहाँ होता है B0. So B का expression हुआ B0 sin theta. How to get B0 now? So you already know E0 value is 3.1. Let us just compare. अगर E0 पता है तो B0 निकल सकता है. फॉर्मूला क्या है? E0 upon B0 equal to C. सो B0 वी नीड टू सॉल्व नो, B0 चाहिए, कितना हो जाएगा E0 अपॉन C, सो 3.1 अपॉन C. This will be the answer of B0. So it is coming around 100 nano, 10 raised to power minus 7 around. So this way we solve the question in which expression 1 is given like electric field and second expression is asked. So it's very simple. क्या करना है, साइन का ब्रैकेट तो एज इट इज लिखना है और E0 गिवन है उससे B0 सॉल्व करना है और यहाँ अप्लाई करना है. ओके, एंड लास्ट यूनिट वी शुड मेंशन द यूनिट टेस्ला. B की यूनिट होती है टेस्ला. नोट डाउन दिस क्वेश्चन. वी विल सॉल्व वन मोर क्वेश्चन बेस्ड ऑन मोमेंटम फॉर्मूला. Second question is very important. Light with an energy flux of 18 watt per centimeter square falls on a non-reflecting surface. One light means EM wave is falling on any surface like this at normal incidence. If the surface area is given 20 centimeter square, this is area. Find the average force exerted on the surface during 30 minute time span. Time is also given. So three things are given: energy flux, area and time. And what we need to calculate? Average force. Okay, here we will calculate the force with the help of momentum. So let us go reverse. We need to calculate force. Force is dp by dt, that means rate of change of momentum. So momentum change per unit time, that will be called force. So we need to calculate momentum. For momentum of EM waves, we have to apply energy upon C formula. Momentum, energy upon C. For energy calculation, we are giving the hint energy flux. Energy flux. Now what is energy flux? That you can identify with the help of its unit. Watt upon centimeter square is the unit. Watt means joule per second. So actually energy falling per unit time per unit area is called energy flux. Okay, this way. So अगर हमें एनर्जी फ्लक्स से एनर्जी टोटल कैलकुलेट करनी है, एनर्जी, सो हाउ टू कैलकुलेट एनर्जी यू. ओके, सो इट्स वेरी सिंपल. एनर्जी फ्लक्स क्या होता है? एनर्जी पर यूनिट टाइम पर यूनिट एरिया. सो कितने एरिया पे फॉल हो रही है और कितने टाइम के लिए फॉल हो रही है, अगर हम उसको मल्टीप्लाई कर दें इससे तो टोटल एनर्जी जूल में मिल जाएगी. सो वी नीड टू डू इट. This energy flux, no, we are multiplying with how much area it is falling. So it is falling on 20 centimeter square. I am not converting the unit because already centimeter square will get cancelled. Into time we have to do. Time कितने टाइम तक फॉल हो रही है वो है 30 मिनट, तो हमें सेकेंड में कन्वर्ट करना पड़ेगा. सो 30 into 60 सेकेंड. ओके, दिस वी विल अप्लाई. इससे क्या होगा? सेकेंड कट गया, सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर कट गया, तो ये जो वैल्यू आई 18 इंटू 20 इंटू 30 इंटू 60, ये हुई एनर्जी. ठीक है, दिस इज एनर्जी. अब इस एनर्जी को C से डिवाइड कर दें तो बनेगा P. सो C से डिवाइड कर देते हैं. C मीन्स स्पीड. 3 इंटू 10⁸ इससे बना P. ये जो पूरा P बना इसे यहाँ रखना है तो फोर्स कैलकुलेट होगा टाइम से डिवाइड करके. सो 18 इंटू दिस होल वैल्यू ऑफ मोमेंटम आई हैव सब्स्टिट्यूटेड. अदर देन दैट टाइम रखना है. टाइम हुई 30 मिनट है तो 30 इंटू 60 सेकेंड रखा. फाइनली ये कैंसिल हो रहा है, बचा ये टर्म. वी नीड टू सॉल्व इट, दैट इज द आंसर. दिस वे आफ्टर सॉल्विंग 120 इंटू 10⁻⁻8 न्यूटन इज द आंसर.